Hey everybody, welcome to Disneyopolis. I'm Bryan. We are back at City Hall. Another great show. Paper Duffy over to my right, your left. Everybody neat and pretty? Alright, well then on with the show. Great show today. We're going to talk about bits of magic. And when I say bits of magic, I'm talking about those little extra touches that make a trip to one of the Disney parks something really special. We've talked before at great length about how expensive a trip to a Disney park can be. Once you talk about, your place to stay, the places you'll need to eat, your travel, your park admission, your souvenirs, things of that nature. But the one thing that I think really makes it worth the money is the value you get for the money. The entertainment value you get for the money on a Disney trip is really second to none. And part of what makes these experiences such a great value are what I call bits of magic. These are things that Disney does that they don't have to do that make it just that much more special and that much more memorable. I often recount my first trip to Walt Disney World with my family. I think I mentioned on previous shows, I was a bit of a grump, to be honest with you. I didn't get it at that point in time, and I was kind of cranky about the whole scenario, just the money we'd spent, the heat, the time there, having 4 kids that were very, very young, and having to deal with the fact that, at the end of the day, it was just, taking 4 kids to a theme park is like trying to line up a dozen worms in a straight line. It's just next to impossible. But I still remember one of the things that flipped me over to realizing this is pretty special. And it's the first thing I want to talk about, the first bit of magic. We were leaving Epcot. It was just starting to get a little bit dark outside. The sun was just beginning to set. And as we were leaving the park, I looked down, and much to my amazement, there were twinkling lights in the sidewalk at Epcot. And I thought, who thinks of that? That is so cool. Beyond just the fact that there's twinkling lights in the sidewalk, it made me realize that Disney goes above and beyond and out of their way to just add those little extra special touches that make your trip that much better. And I will never ever forget seeing those little lights. It was just like a sprinkling of pixie dust that I had no idea was there, wasn't expecting. And I thought, this isn't just an amusement park. And it's not even a theme park. It's a living, breathing, wonderful storytelling of an adventure. And I'll never forget that. And that was a magical moment for me. So the lights in the sidewalk at Epcot were one of the first things. Second, the seamless transition of music as you walk from not park to park, but land to land, especially in Magic Kingdom, as you leave, one land and go into the other. It's just amazing how the music transitions, and you don't even realize it. You don't even hear that transition, and that's the way it's supposed to be. These are things that are well thought out, that Imagineers have taken the time to make sure they work correctly, so you don't notice that. But you hear the music, but you're not hearing that transition. Again, they've thought of everything, and it seems to me that the transitions are always so smooth and so seamless. So again, a little bit of magic there when you're moving from land to land. Again, particularly in Magic Kingdom, but also in different places in the different parks as well, be it Hollywood Studios or Epcot or Animal Kingdom. Mousekeeping towel art. How many times have you trudged into the room, you're hot, you're sticky, you just want to relax, and you walk in, and instead of seeing towels hanging up on the racks or laid out on your bed, they're laid out on your bed, but they're in the shape of Mickey Mouse ears, or they're in the shape of animals, or just any kind of something that's just a little extra special. I mean, you're not often going to go into a high-end hotel and see this kind of thing done. It's just not done elsewhere, other, to my knowledge, than at a Disney park. And again, something that's just a little extra makes things all that much more special. Piped-in smells. When you walk into Magic Kingdom, you smell the bakery, or you walk past, just some of the different restaurants or places where food is made, and it's like, oh man, you can smell it coming out of the building. Well, maybe, but the bulk of those smells are actually piped in on purpose. Again, Disney has a way of getting your senses going that's just second to none. They really do try and give you as close to a four-dimensional experience as you can possibly get. And of course, on rides such as Soarin' and Mickey's PhilharMagic, again, you get smells and water, water splashes and things that are associated with what you're watching, what you're part of. This one should be a no-brainer, but not everybody knows about it. Hidden Mickeys. The Imagineers at Walt Disney World, at Disneyland, at all the Disney parks have perfected the art of hiding things out in the open. Just as a for instance, it's not unusual to be standing around and looking and you realize that maybe a pattern on the carpet is in the shape of Mickey Mouse ears, or you're staring at a wrought iron fence and there's Mickey Mouse again, or the arrangement of three blocks of stone are in such a way as it reminds you again of Mickey Mouse. Hidden Mickeys are great. As a matter of fact, there's been books written about the pursuit of hidden Mickeys, not just at at the Disney theme parks, but at the at the resorts themselves, Disney cruise lines. And I will put a link to that series of books. And you can pick them up on Amazon or elsewhere. But hidden Mickeys are a really fun thing to enjoy. And then finally, Mickey shapes. And I'm not talking about hidden Mickeys. We're talking about things that are on purpose, done to where you do notice them. Things such as the waffles that you eat when you go to Chef Mickey's for breakfast. They're in the shape of Mickey Mouse. Mickey bars, one of everybody's favorite treats. Where else but at Disney Park are you going to go and find chocolate covered vanilla on a stick, and it's in the shape of Mickey Mouse. Even down to the soaps and the shampoos that are placed in the resort rooms. For the longest time you'd pick up your soap and it would have Mickey's face etched into it, and they still do that. But now even when you get the soaps and or the shampoos and the conditioners, they actually have a little flip top lid with Mickey's ears, and we've shown those on previous shows. But again, these are just things that when I go to a Walt Disney World resort, or when I go to Disneyland Resort, or just anything in general related to Disney like that, they're just little hidden reminders, little bits of magic that remind us, yeah, it's expensive, but it's part of why we love going so much. And people have made a game out of it, finding hidden Mickeys. And I can still remember to this day, one of my dogs knocking a drink over, and after the stain, had set in, and we tried to get it up, it was actually in the shape of a Mickey Mouse. And for the heck of it, I left it uncovered for the longest time till we absolutely had to get the carpets clean. But that's just me being me. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by today. Seriously, it's been a lot of fun. Make sure you take some time and write in the comment section some of the hidden Mickeys or bits of magic that you've noticed that maybe I didn't cover. By no means is this an exhaustive list. I'm sure there are plenty other things that other people have noticed. So again, make sure you put it in the comments. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. We love the love. And so if you would give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. And as always, and paramount, please subscribe. We love our new subscribers. Subscriber count continues to go up slowly but surely. And we're just glad that you're a part of our little bit of Disney, our little corner of the Disney universe here. Again, we are Disneyopolis. We are everything Disney all the time. And as always, thank you, and we'll see you again next time.